We started off by talking to some of the young people who had been affected by homelessness, and was shown a few videos of the stories of what's happened and how they've been affected and how the cause helped them get out of what they was experiencing.
When you watch the videos back and they explain to you how there's 14,000 children that sleep in the very same conditions that we were experiencing, but all over the UK. And you kind of think to yourself, each one of these individuals, each have their own unique story as to how they got there. So to go through one night, what they experience probably every single night, makes you put things in their eyes and their shoes, think, well, hang on, in a way I've kind of got it really good. Maybe this is something that we really should be more aware of. One thing that no one could prepare you for was how rough the conditions were in general. So the things that you would take for granted, like somewhere soft to sleep on, you know, I found myself face first on some concrete. So you kind of think to yourself, oh, the smallest things in the world you kind of take for granted, and it makes you put things into perspective.
For myself, I felt like I wanted to avoid sleeping, which obviously in the morning I felt absolutely awful, and it really made me think the next day, if I felt like that from one night of sleeping rough, how it would feel every night for someone.
Yes, so it was cold. You know, I think one of the things you learn is that homeless people mustn't sleep very much because you don't get many hours of sleep a night.
You were kind of out in the elements, and for the first time I thought to myself, I'm actually doing this. Like, I can look up and I can just see the sky in front of me. And normally you kind of have that conversation with your colleagues the following day. Oh, did you hear the wind last night? And for the first time it was like, not only did I hear it, I felt it. So when the wind actually wakes you up from sleeping, it's very difficult to get back to sleep again. So you can imagine what these guys go through on a daily basis. And luckily we had no rain this time, but you can imagine the wind and the rain together. Yeah, it's not something you want someone to experience on a daily basis, put it that way.
It's clearly a very good charity at the niche it has, which is mostly trying to prevent homelessness rather than pick people up and run soup kitchens. It's trying to, you know, work with families to stop things getting to the point where people run away.
This is definitely something that I would recommend for other people to do, for just both the experience of doing it as well as the raising of the money. And it really does kind of make you very aware of how big this problem is and what a growing problem, and what charity like Action for Children needs to be there, why they need to be there.